You are by far the worst cameraman I've ever had the displeasure of encountering.
Chris,
What?
to the interview. Alright.
This is an interview. Where the hell am I? This isn't the Jiffy Lube application form.
Where do you live?
Deep south.
Tennessee?
Souther.
Louisiana?
Souther.
Mexico?
Even more souther.
South America?
Nope, Antarctica. Fucktard.
Okay. What's life like in Antarctica?
What's it like in Antarctica?
Yeah.
It's cold as hell. What do you think it's like in Antarctica? What are they teaching you children in school these days? Jesus Christ, I did not stop for your freedom in the great Australian-American War just for them to be teaching my children and my great-grandchildren bullhonkery and bullshit like this in schools, feeding them their lies with their Russian communist propaganda.
Okay, explain the great Australian-American world.
Oh, God. If you ask the American government or the Australian government, both sides will deny that it ever happened. But they have a good reason to. It was the bloodiest, most horrifying, oh my God, words cannot even describe. You know how bad World War II was with the Holocaust and the Jews and the Nazis? That was nothing compared to the great Australian-American War of 1986. It was, there were more kangaroos and boomerangs than you could shake a stick at.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, let's move on. I'm having some horrible, horrible flashbacks of a koala suicide bomber right now. It's not pleasant.
Alright,
Oh,
how
God.
do you get your power in Antarctica?
A power? What? You mean like working out or something?
No, I mean, like,
Don't you laugh at me, boy.
electricity.
Oh, we don't have wires like, you know, y'all have telephone wires and all that run the electricity. We don't have that here. We have power generators on a military base. See, it runs mostly, primarily on gasoline and whale blubber. And, yeah, that's where we got our power from. Oh, we also have wireless DSL internet connection here, which is how I'm connected to Xbox Live. This is technically my grandson's account, but, you know, who gives a damn? He's like, never gets on it anyway, this little bastard.
So I suspect you're in the military?
What now?
How'd you get in? How'd you get in?
Oh, I snuck in at the ripe old age of 16.
Okay, yeah.
That was many, many decades ago, though.
Have you ever met an alien?
Oh, yes, on several occasions.
Okay, what were they like?
You know, that's a good question. I have fuzzy memories of it, but I can't really remember the whole damn thing. But, scars on your body that pop up overnight after having some weird-ass nightmares about aliens, that's all the proof I need right there. What the hell was that? Was that my conscience? Or did y'all hear that too?
Okay, before the interview I heard something about Fluffy. Who's Fluffy?
Oh, that's my pet. Oh yeah, I probably need to clarify. See, where you're from, you probably have like pet cats and dogs, you lucky bastard. If I had a pet dog here, I would go bestiality on us. I would rate that fine dog. See, here we have, I got a pet penguin. So that's the best I got.
Oh, raping your pet dog?
If I had one, oh God, yes. Every day, all day, wouldn't even hesitate.
Oh, okay, so...
It gets lonely down here. You can't even understand how isolated and alone it feels to be down here.
How old are you?
94.
Okay. You're 94 and you play Halo. Explain yourself.
This is my great-grand. Cheer! Did anyone else hear that, or was that in my mind? Please, someone tell me that they heard it too, because the bass the psychiatrist at our local base was telling me that I did a little internet test, and 5 out of 5 psychiatrists agree that I am very insane, and that I should not be allowed out in public for any occasion whatsoever, even if it means harm to myself or others around me, which is, that can't be good, because if 5 out of 5 of them agree on that, then that apparently means 5 out of 5 of them are full of shit, so.
Okay. Do you believe in global warming?
Oh, hell no, that's just a lie to distract you from the real truth behind the Great Australian-American War. See, while you're distracted by, oh no, is global warming real or is it not? Am I driving my car too much? Am I emitting too much carbon dioxide into the atmosphere later? Well, if I got later busy distracted thinking that, you could be asking questions like, hey, how come I don't see any Australians nowadays? I see all these black people, they're from Africa. I see all these Mexicans, they're from Mexico, but how come I don't see no Australians? That's because there are barely any left after the Great Australian-American War ravaged the countryside of Australia. It was a horrible, terrifying war. There were many casualties.
Australian Holocaust?
It was the basic equivalent, yes. You can visit the mass grave sites in Sydney, Australia, if you don't believe me. You know that great opera house there that's in the shape of a sail? There lurk dark secrets beneath that there opera house.
What really happened to Amelia Earhart?
Okay, that's a very random question, but I'll answer it anyways. She actually crashed, everyone who's smart like me knows that she crashed into the ocean, like, when she was trying to be the first woman to fly around the world in a biplane, you know, like on one leg of her journey, she stopped to refuel on an island out there in the Pacific Ocean. I think it was somewhere near Guam. I'm not exactly, I never really studied that much, but somewhere near the Philippine Islands. But she flew off and she was never seen again. So obviously she crashed into the ocean. That's common sense right there. I don't even see why it's a big mystery. Seems pretty cut and dry to me, open and shut case if you ask me. Oh, where's Amelia Earhart? Well, she's trying to fly a plane around the world over the ocean. It's the 1930s and she's a woman. You think she's going to make it? Hell no. Next question.
Have you ever met George Bush?
No, but I have met several diplomats of the United States of America, and I have met Secretary of State. I've met Condoleezza Rice, Colin Powell, a few others. I've seen President Bush in person, but I never really spoke to him. There were other people talking to him.
So, you met Condoleezza Rice. Did you say anything about her teeth?
Oh, God, no, I was thinking. I was screaming it in my mind. Oh, dear God, no, don't say nothing about that big-ass gap she got between her two cheeks there. It was like some sort of Vietnamese psychological torture for me to not say something about how god-awful they looked. I was like, Jesus H. Christ. Did you just sneeze?
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
About what now?
Anything, you know, just about your life.
Oh, yeah. You know that mystery concerning the Bermuda Triangle? I have one word that solves it all. Methane gas. Which is actually 2 words, but I don't give a damn because no one's watching this.
Alright. And that sums up the interview on A7xUnholySlayer Tehseig.
Wait, this was an interview. Where the hell am I?